Now, Yuki is a lot of things in this anime, but a brother killer, I didn't think she had it in her. Even if it's all in Fantasyland and a story that she made up to force Alia to think this sob story about her picking up her brother's legacy because he's, quote unquote, dead. I mean, metaphorically speaking, maybe you could look at that because of his talents maybe being wasted or something, but, I already know damn well when Alia eventually realizes that Kuze is in fact Yuki's sibling and that he's not dead, she's gonna get mad at him and not her because she'll be like, why did you let me believe this lie for so long? Of all the things Yuki could have done, even that surprised me with her. I have full live reactions over on Patreon. If you want to see my full and good thought to any of these episodes, you know it's over there exclusively. So, damn, what an episode. Like, that's the review. Damn. Just damn. No other words needed. We get a little sprinkle of the mom stuff, which, damn, is there gonna be a lot to unpack there. Even with the little glimpses we got, can already tell a lot. We get... It's like the fan service episode, the sweet episode, the drama episode, it's like every type of episode you could ask for on the show in one. And the most wild calm before the storm, because next week's episode, the season finale, is going to go out with a bang. Let's just unpack it more or less in order. Let's talk about Mom first, okay? So Mom, you know, we passed her at the end of last episode. Clearly, our boy looking away, doesn't want to look. What the hell happened? We still don't know exactly, but we can basically assume that she's made our boy feel like he was unheard, unloved, not good enough, and I don't think it's because the mom was naturally born this bad person. I think it's a situation, clearly, of her dad, the Gramps, very emotionally manipulative, abusive person there. And it's not that she wanted to take it out on him, but ultimately probably all that pressure eventually blew up. And we see in that piano moment when he's like, okay, Mom didn't really look impressed at the recital, so I'll go even harder. And then she's like, just screams like, just stop playing. Like, clearly a headache, clearly exhausted. Should she have done that? No, but I think that's kind of what's being implied. But of course, when you're a young kid, parent freaking out on you like that, if there's never an apology or trying to make amends, it's not going to go away overnight, and seemingly that wedge just formed until separation. And it's no surprise that our boy ended up going with the dad, given that, well, Mom probably had more than just that one outburst. And it makes a lot of sense. And they decide to put our boy a little sick, a little ill, and it... On one hand, you get this really nice bonding stuff where, you know, Alia takes care of him, makes him food. And then, of course, Yuki's maid has to come in and says, you're no longer needed, shoo woman. My boy ended up with 2 maids in his house. How? Even he doesn't quite comprehend. But Yuki kind of crossed a line. Now, Yuki's done and said some questionable things, but the idea of going so dirty with it, man, like that, like, props to the political play. Very effective. Round of applause. But what a bitch. No other way to put that. Not only make sure that she eliminates her brother from the equation, so giving medicine that has sleepiness to it, meaning he would oversleep and she'd be able to get Alia one-on-one, but the idea of riling her up, dropping the fake dead brother, like, sure, what she's saying is technically true that she is trying to pick up that legacy that the brother no longer can. But she ends up killing him in the backstory, which makes it a little more sob story than it would be if it was just my brother's no longer really acting like himself because Mom was kind of emotionally abusive, right? It still has an impact, but not quite as much as Truck-kun slamming into their next depressed victim. So the idea of her, like, before they go live on the announcement, just riling her up. Hell, before that, she looked like a Higurashi character. She had psycho eyes. Granted, our boy had the same type of psycho energy at the end, and it turns out she likes a little bad boy because she was getting hot and bothered and we needed to clean up in aisle 7 when our boy had that demon time look on his face. But it's a little different when Yuki does it because she legitimately looks like a jump scare out of Higurashi. And it's freaky as hell. And then she bumps back to the, oh, I'm just talking, just kind of saying why I gotta do this, why do you have... Getting her riled up so then as soon as they go live on air, even if it's not a giant group listening because of the amount of students in the building, it still throws her off track. And I just felt bad. I was like, Yuki, you are the best part of this show, damn it. You are. You are the most entertaining part of this show. But you be a bitch in that moment. Like, that was bad, but such good drama. And the fact that our boy comes in, not in this like knight in shining armor, he's not like saving a damsel in distress. It really is a team effort. but it's understandable why Ollie was so defeated. And the way he comes in, and it's like, you know, originally the plan was to just kind of tie them, match them, and now we're gonna crush their ass. And I believe he can do it, I really do. But time will tell, of course. But just this, when you think of from episode 1 now all the way to, say, episode 10, so just before this episode, there's been a lot of different styles of show we've seen. We've had a pure rom-com, we've had this great romance, we've had almost a parody of rom-com, we've had what the hell am I looking at? There's just so many flavors to the stew that is this anime, and it kind of felt like they threw a little bit of everything in this episode without it feeling convoluted. With having us go from emotional, sad backstory with mom, to then double-made extravaganza when he's sick, to then Alya crashing and burning and fake brother death backstory. All the things they did could easily feel like this should be a couple of episodes worth of content, but episode 11 was paced wonderfully. It didn't feel rushed, it didn't feel slow paced, it just felt like they knew exactly what they were doing, and it felt like we experienced more in 20 some odd minutes than we have in the past few episodes. Not to say that there hasn't been a lot of progression and stuff, it just feels like it's the payoff of everything that came before, and entering next week is going to be an absolute banger. And of course, you know, Glasses comes in, she's trying to redeem herself. I still don't like her, but I do appreciate that they're not just trying to continue her being like, you know what, my ship sank, so I'm going to sink you. She actually is trying to take one for the team, saying, well, if you're not going to announce my defeat and use it for your advantage, I'll go admit it. It's kind of nice seeing that stuff, and I appreciate her character existing in the drama or the calm, but still, toxic shippers, man, they always are the death of us. But great episode, fantastic, I would say. I mean, I can't off the top of my head tell you the exact best episodes overall, but this would definitely be in a top 2, top 3 for what we've seen so far. And with where we're going, I wouldn't be shocked if next week could very well be the best episode of the season. It doesn't feel like it's fizzling out, it feels like it's going out on an absolute bang. Let me know what you're thinking though, because please tell me I'm not the only one who didn't think Yuki would cross the line of faking her brother's death, because Jesus, man. That was even a little much to me. I'm like, God damn it, Yuki. And we already know Kuze is going to be the one who ends up taking the brunt force of when Alya realizes that it's been a lie. She'll be like, why didn't you tell me sooner? Poor bastard's not going to see it coming. Thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell. And like I mentioned, we have full live reactions over on Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. So today we got Jord, Jacob McDougal, Hat Guy, Sage Narf, Andre Cannon, JMW, Child, Sophia Palmieri, JD, and we also have FL Facts. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. And for the love of God, please do not fake your sibling's death. Have a good one.